Miss Savage, and this is Miss Lala, and this is Savagely Uncut. Let's talk about it. I cannot believe it's already a new year. Can you
I
believe it's
know,
already a new
right?
year?
It's crazy. It's
Man,
crazy. It went by so fast.
crazy. It was so. I felt like I just called you yesterday and was like, "Hey, girl, call
I
me."
know, right? Yeah, that's crazy.
I'll never forget when I texted you, girl. It's so funny because I remember calling my daughter and I was like, "Oh my god, do you think she's gonna say yes? Do you think she's gonna say no? Do you think she'd be interested? What do you think she's gonna say?" And my daughter was like, "Mom, you got this. Like, just wait till she calls you."
Right. Right.
It was so funny though.
Oh, yeah.
And then when you
Well,
called me,
I
I
just
was so
wanted to
excited.
know, if it was going to be something that was going to be meaningful and positive and fun on top of that, so I'm glad. I'm glad we
Yeah, me
actually
too.
hooked up.
I mean, we a team when we sat on the phone for 4 hours.
I know, right. Right. And that was just
You
the
didn't
first
even
night.
hesitate. I think the first day I asked you was like, so what would you want to look into? And I think like I had 10 things written down. And I think the first 6, it was like check mark, check mark, check mark. By 4, I was like, oh yeah, shoe in for sure. We in.
Right.
I was like, that's dope. That's dope. So I
I
was really
know.
excited
And
about
it's been a blast ever since, right?
Oh my gosh, yes. It has been. I'm so excited. So how did you think our live went last time? I really loved our last live we did.
I thought it was pretty cool. We did, we were actually together,
Mm-hmm.
and that was
Yeah.
that was good. So
Yeah, I got great feedback on that.
not only that, it was a little bit more, even though it was more entertaining, it was a positive way of
Mm-hmm.
looking at things. So it was pretty
It
good.
was. It was fun. It was cool to have like the whole Christmas tree behind us and,
Right.
you know, being in the Christmas spirit, exchanging presents. That was so much
I
fun,
know. And I love
you
my
know?
presents.
Oh, me too. Matter of
I love
fact,
them.
oh no, I left it in the car. Matter of fact, I brought the one you gave me. I left it in the car. So I can't wait to wear the one that you gave me though.
Okay.
The apron.
But you already had an idea of how you want to wear it.
Guess what? That person is gonna miss out.
I get you. I get you.
I think Faith also did a great job.
She did.
We need to have
She
her
did.
interview us again. Mm-hmm.
She
She did a
did.
good
She
job.
absolutely did. So
Maybe we could talk her into being on the screen. Next time we'll have like her on the screen with us and kind of going back and forth or whatever. Or like maybe like next to each other, something like that, whatever.
Right.
But she did a good job for sure, 100%. So what was your favorite question that you think she asked us? Like, can you remember any of the questions?
Like what drained me? It was so obvious. It was so obvious. Like
When you said your cousin?
My cousin. Because yes.
Yeah.
And I think especially going into this new year, you don't want that for yourself. Like you don't want someone to just drain. When somebody drains you, you feel sluggish and tired afterwards. You draining the life out of that person because you can't seem to get your life together. So,
girl,
I definitely don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, I fell out. I was shocked too. I don't know if you remember seeing my expression. I was like, girl, you thought I was watching a movie. I was like, what? I was so shocked with your answer.
You said, is he here? Is he watching? Who knows?
Oh, girl, we had so many compliments on that. I mean, it was so funny. And the part when you said he drained the life, and I was like, she dead already.
Right,
you fell out, girl. Oh my god, it was so funny. It was funny. It was funny. I was cracking it up. That was my favorite part too. That part and when we were talking about, I didn't realize until I went back to watch it, and we were talking about the dating show. I didn't realize that we were talking about the same dating show. I just can't remember what the dating show was, and you're like, "It's the dating show," and I'm like, "Oh." It's the dating show. Yeah. I think it was called something else, but I was like, I think it was
a Love Connection. I think that's what you were thinking of.
Because
remember the love connection also. So I think maybe that's what you were thinking of.
Yeah.
Versus the dating show. Right.
Yeah. I know I feel bad if I couldn't get 3 suitors on the show. Like, do you think I could get 3 suitors on the show? That would be.
I absolutely do think you can get. you got 3 suitors right now, so I know you can get 3 suitors on the show.
Maybe not after this episode airs, but yeah,
I know, right? Hey, if they're in there for this year, get out of your feelings and actually work on your emotional maturity. That's something that most people need to
I'm definitely beyond that. I feel like people think my theme song is that, you know, that one song where have you ever seen, like, was it I don't want to say Real House of Atlanta. I want to say was it like the hip hop one?
Love and Hip Hop?
Love and Hip Hop. Yeah. I think it was that one girl. She uses the one white girl that was on there. She was like, she came out that one song because people think, or what was it? Once upon a time they thought I was a hoe or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you remember that song? It was something like that. I was a hoe, but I'm admitting it. You know how that song went? I don't even remember how that song went. No. So basically, she wrote a song basically because people were calling her a hoe. And she was like, and basically the lyrics were pretty much like, you know, y'all admitting I was a hoe, and so what? You know what I'm saying? Like, and
but how do you say that though? How do you present it? Because a lot of people be like, oh, you know, even with the Kardashians or whatever, they always say I'm like, how? Tell me how. Right. They're like, oh, you really defending their, you know, their ways. I'm like, again, how I want to know, how do you say that they're hoes?
How do they think you a hoe?
Right. Like for instance, no one can ever answer that question. Well, you know, she put a sex tape out. Okay. Y'all got videos of y'all sucking on peen right now in your phone and probably sending, like I said, I used to get penis pics like it was postcards. So you're telling me that you're going to say this person is a horrible person, or well, she did it for the money. Okay, y'all do stuff for money all the time. What you think that $40 was for? Like, I don't understand. This your argument means nothing if you don't really have any factors. Because
we got so much heat. We got so much heat on that. The one I just posted. It was just, you know what I'm saying? I forgot to tell you about that because I know you told me about your little experience, but you know, I have somebody in my little DM talking about so you're just talking to multiple ends. And
that's what I'm saying. You already know I'm in a committed relationship. So I don't, that's not something that I do. But my thing is that you're sitting here talking about someone is doing that type of behavior, whole behavior or whatever, but a single person can do whatever they want to do. Who told you? But I'm saying, who told you that I have to be committed to every single man that looked my way?
Right. Exactly.
Where do you get that from? It doesn't
make any sense. I said you would have been mad. Listen, they would have been mad if I would have posted the other one. Remember that video I was telling you about? You gotta, you know, I don't ever say the N word. So it says, you know, you got to N for everything you need. Like, I'm that friend. Like, girl, you need some gas? Hold up. Can you send some gas, baby? Hold on, girl, I'm cash upping you right now. Oh, you need a ticket to a concert? Hold on, I got you, girl. Let me call this other dude I know. Could you send me? If you ain't one of them dudes in my phone number that I can call and ask for something, why do you care what my roster is?
Exactly. Because people try to make themselves relevant in your life no matter what. Like I said, anybody who knows me knows, you know, I love my relationship. We're good. We're in a good place. I'm good. Right. They will blatantly make it seem like I'm not supposed to be happy in some capacity. oh, well,
That's crazy to me.
well, remember when I tried to talk to you? So
How
what
long
does that
was
mean?
that?
What does that mean to me?
Isn't that
So
crazy? That is so crazy to me.
because people want to
Like,
be relevant in your life. Like I literally
mhm.
had, you know, men inbox me from, I'm like, dude, all we had was phone conversation. I don't even remember you like that. And you have a whole fit because I don't remember you like that. Even the one I was telling you
Right.
about, the cousin that I said drained the life out of me. Okay. He used to talk to a friend of mine. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
This was high school. You know how I'm like, she like, I don't even remember him. Exactly. But you're trying to make yourself relevant in this girl's life. Like she is not thinking about you. She is completely in her own little world. She's married. She's happily married. She's good. And you're still
Right.
trying to go back in the past talking about remember when we used to date each other, remember when we used to talk. Who cares? Who
Right.
cares?
Yeah. Who cares? That was a long time ago.
That was
And
and when I say a long time ago, we wasn't even in our 20s. A long time
wow,
ago.
really?
Long. So
Dang.
long ago, before all of our children, before everything. Why are you still talking about this? Why? Like
Girl,
I
I don't
don't
know
even
why.
I told you once I'm done with you, I'm like Men in Black. You can flash that thing in front of me and I forget every memory that I feel like I don't remember you. I don't, and I seriously don't remember you. Like I don't
Right.
remember anything like of character, what we did. If we went
Right.
out, I don't remember anything about you. I'd be like, I don't even remember your middle name. I don't remember nothing about you. Nothing.
Well, you and I already got short-term memories. So I definitely probably wouldn't remember.
And that's long term. It's like, oh, remember, remember when we
No,
did.
no,
I'm like,
no.
I don't.
Mm-mm.
I don't.
I remember when I was on a former show recently, a former one, since we can't say no names, I'm just, I don't have to say names, but since we can't say no names, like Savagely or Savage or Uncut, I I remember when they got all mad because I couldn't remember the name of the dude. That I was like, why? Sometimes, girl, we don't remember. Like it was irrelevant.
Because you're not that important. I'm not going to give
Right.
you some brain space on anything that's not important to me. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm not.
They paying my bills. So
And men actually get mad at that. Why?
they do. They do. They do. Men get mad about more stuff than we do. I just saw
Absolutely.
a meme. I just saw a meme that I thought was funny. So it was this girl, and she was like, "Oh my boyfriend's a basketball player. He went away for to play basketball for like whatever 8 months, whatever, and came back." She's like, "I cheated on him one guy. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to tell him. I have to tell him." But then when he gets in the car, she was like, "I know you've been away. How many girls did you cheat on me with?" And he was like, "Baby, I didn't cheat on you." She was like, "No, come on, let's just be real. Let's just keep it real. I'm not gonna be mad. I promise I'm gonna be mad." He was like, "Well, I cheated with maybe like 4 or 5 girls." And she was like, "Oh, okay." And then he was like, she's like, "Okay, well, I get it. You was away, you played basketball." So she wasn't sweating. And then it'll go to him and he was like, "Well, why you cheated? How many did you cheat with?" And she'd be like, "Oh, I just cheated with one." Because he said 4 or 5. And it was so funny because she was like, "Let me pull into a lighted, grocery store area. Let me make sure there's people around before I tell them the right number." And she was like, "Oh, I just cheated on one." And he blew up. It was like this meme just blew up and was like, "What? You're a fucking hoe. I can't believe you cheated on me." And it was like, yep, that's how they be acting, just right there.
That's absolutely.
Hold on. I said 1, but you said 4 or 5.
Exactly.
Make that make sense.
They do it all the time. I'm not even a cheater. But yes, if
Right.
you can't even say
Right.
that
I'm
you
not
you
cheating.
you know you every your slate has to be cleaned every single time you even talk to somebody. You like you oh, well,
Right.
how
Like you ain't
many
got to
dudes have you
pass.
been with? Why does that make a difference to you? Like
I don't even know
what
how
is
you're a cheater
how is
when
that
you're
relevant?
single, though. Right.
Like, I don't
I
get
don't
it.
even know how you. I don't know how you cheat when you're single. Like, when you just date and you be dating, it's not to mean like you're
Because
having sex
people
with
don't know
everybody.
how to date. They think
Yeah.
dating is a process of elimination.
Yep.
That's what it is. You
Mm-hmm.
want it's so many people, they don't even have a discussion. And especially women. Let's just talk about how women do not have a discussion with men when it comes to a relationship. The first thing they
Mm-mm.
want to do is they automatically go into, well, we're together. How are you together with this person and y'all haven't
Right.
even had a conversation? See, I know I
Mm-hmm.
have a man. We had a
Right.
conversation. I know I have a man. Now,
Right.
I'm not blaming him just because, we we went out on a couple of dates and all of a sudden I started claiming him. That's not how that worked. We actually had
Mm-hmm.
a conversation about being together. Hey, you want to be together? Let's see where this goes. Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
Building on that for um the happiness. And it's another thing that I'm sick of, and I really hope people will stop asking me every single chance they get of when I'm going to get married. I really wish they would stop
Girl,
asking me that.
why do everybody think
The reason
marriage is
why, though, is
so crazy?
because the reason why I say that is because I again they're like, well, that's the goal to be married? No,
In the
the
50s
goal
and the
is to be
60s?
happy. The
Right.
goal is to be happy. You forget
Mm-hmm.
y'all ready for the marriage part, but you forget the happiness. So now you in
Mm-hmm.
counseling behind, but you got a ring.
Take
No,
it from
girl,
me. I know.
I don't understand it.
And it's a lot of work. If you ain't willing to put in the work, and even after you put in the work, it doesn't mean that it's going to be butterflies and rainbows and just happiness just because y'all signed a piece of paper. Let's just be real. If we want to be 100% real, I feel like marriage is just people trying to sign something to keep each other honest, but it don't even be in that way. That's how I look at marriage. And I was married for 27 years. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel like when I go back, if everybody always asks me this question, would you go back and change? Yep. I sure the fuck would. I love my babies. It doesn't mean I wouldn't have my babies with somebody else, but I love my babies. But I would definitely, yeah. Now, I'm not saying that I had bad marriage during the whole time, but I'm just saying that when you tell me stuff like what you tell me, I just trip out because it wasn't my intent to get married at 19. It wasn't my intent to start this whole life. I had things I wanted to do.
Right.
There's lots of things I wanted to do. So when people like, even today, like, are you gonna get married again? Nah, no. No, I'm not. I mean, but I don't knock it. But at the same time, I don't feel like, look at all these people out there, like celebrities that have been together forever, has never got married. Like, what is it, Goldie Hawn and Kurt
Yeah.
Russell? They
Yeah.
and look how happy they've been. They one of the few celebrity couples that are still together, that got amazing kids out there, that everybody's doing things right, and they never signed a piece of paper, you know. And a divorce, let me tell y'all something, costs way more than a wedding, okay? No matter how extravagant that shit is.
But see, this is the thing. I'm not knocking marriage. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not.
I'm not knocking it.
My parents were married. My dad is deceased. Anybody who knows, that's the reason why they not married, is because my dad is deceased. But my parents were married.
Right.
And I take relationships very serious. I take marriage very serious. If I cannot be 1,000% committed to you, I can't do it. And not saying that we're not committed to each other. So,
Wait, hold on,
don't
Lala.
get that.
Wait, rewind. Wait, hold on, pause. I didn't hear that last part because it kind of froze up.
Okay. I said, I'm not knocking marriage if, as long I can be married, long as I'm 1,000%, committed to you, I'm good. Right. I can be married. I don't have a problem to him. I could be married to him. I don't see myself.
Right.
I didn't see myself being married to a lot of people. I was like, no, I can't do that. You know,
Yeah.
like even like after being in the relationship, I'm like, no, I don't think so. You know, so I can be married to him, but not to too many, you know, too many people.
Right. I think it's different when people just expect you to just be like, or women just expect that ring after being in a relationship. I mean, some people want the ring and stuff, you know, or, you know, I can understand that, but I don't see why it has to be a big, you know, thing about it. Just because y'all been together for 4 or 5 years. What? He ain't proposed yet? Okay. Like, I'm cool. You know what I mean? Like, that's just crazy to me. That's crazy talk. I think a lot of it comes from people either in a type of relationship they don't want to be in, or they in a relationship that they want that thing. And so they want to kind of express it onto somebody else. You know, that's how I feel like.
Well, I think a lot of it is like we're programmed to think this is how your life is supposed to be, you know.
True.
And you're supposed to appease everybody else except for yourself. Especially like with women, we got to be everybody else's everything and not ourselves. You know, so in reality, when it comes to marriage, I got to be, you know, now I got to do an interview, meaning I got to cook for you. I have to clean for you. I have to, you know, be, you know, your maid. I got to do all these different titles, and then forget about me.
Right.
I got to be somebody's mom. Forget about you. I got to be the good daughter. Forget about you.
Yeah.
I got to be the good, you know, spouse. Forget about you. I'm not saying that you shouldn't get married. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I don't want to ever feel like I'm trapped in something. My relationship is very freeing, meaning we have a great understanding of each other. Ain't nobody cheating on anyone. No one is, you know, we pattern our relationship according to us, according to what we wanted. We didn't want any more children. You know what I'm saying? This was one thing. We are okay with the blended family. We didn't want any more children. We, you know, I was like, listen, I'm not trying. I don't want any more children. He was like, okay. I was like, that one in
that's
one
how it should be though. If you can meet in the middle, like I feel like that's how it's supposed to be. You know, like if you can meet in the middle and stuff. And I don't feel like just because, like for instance, just because you just like say you've gotten out of some relationships, bad relationships or whatever, you know, when a person can come into your life, no matter how soon after or maybe later down the road, and you know, maybe they're coming in at your healing phase. That's, you know what I'm saying? I always feel that's almost like the best part of it, because then I feel like that person is going to show you and give you pretty much your all. You know what I mean? Like, let me show you how I'm going to take care of you. You know, let me show you how it's done. Let me help you heal, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need like a perfect relationship. I just need somebody to pour into me like I pour into them. And that's it. It don't even got to be. I hate when somebody says 50-50, because sometimes it ain't always going to be 50-50. It might be 60-40. It might be 70-30. You know, it might be 90-10, you know? And so, but I mean, I totally get that. I think, like you said, we're programmed from a long time ago. Think about the nursery rhyme. You know, the baby carriage one where, you know, kissing, first comes marriage, then comes the baby. You know what I'm saying? And that literally was a nursery rhyme if you think about it.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, when do you feel like one, maybe you can't have babies? Does that mean you're a bad person? Does that mean you're damaged? Does that mean maybe, you know, everybody is not going to get married? Some people are going to get married multiple times. You know, they didn't get it right the first time. They didn't get it right the second time. Maybe it's going to be a third one. Who knows? You don't know. Maybe they're going to be 10 years younger than you. That's how life is. I really wish people, your unsolicited opinions about someone else's life. And sometimes people don't even realize that they are giving their unsolicited opinions. You'd be like, that's not okay. I've literally had to tell people, you know, be like, you know, that's my man, right? Right. That's not your man. That's mine. That's my man. Why are you worried about, you know, So, when you have to tell someone that, that means you need to create harder boundaries when it comes to things. I don't play no games. That's one.
Right.
With my friends, with my man, none of that. So and especially with my son,
don't go. That's our kids. That's Aries in us, girl.
That's the one thing I do not, because of course, because my son has a million tattoos. I have heard.
Right.
You okay with that? He is a grown man. And
right.
Your opinion about his tattoos and why he got so many tattoos, and are you okay with that? That has nothing to do with you. I do not play about my son.
I'm saying with my kids too.
All.
Right. I'm saying
you know what I'm saying? Too. So your opinion about don't go, please
don't.
For your own sake, don't go there.
Right. For your own safety.
I do not play.
For your own safety, right. Well, I always say I'll go to jail for my friends. I'll go to prison for my kids.
Being there with a smile on my mouth.
Right. You're right. Clank, clank. Listen, clank, clank. Listen, hold up. Oh no, this is clank, clank.
My son now. I mean,
my girl, I like that with my kids too. Corey, I'll tell you many of incidents we almost gotten into. She'd be like, "Oh my gosh, mom!" I remember one time my son just disappeared. He was like, "Oh, I'm out." He was like gone. Me and Corey was like, "Where'd he go?" Out. Corey was like that. So I was just going to ask you this, but what did you do? I was about to ask you what you did for, you know what I did, but I was about to ask you I know what you did kind of for New Year's, but they don't know. So for New Year's, I know you said you had to work.
I did.
Right. So for New Year's, we went to go. Right. So for New Year's, we went to go play bingo. That's how we got it New Year's. And anyways, make a long story short, girl, they had set it up all bad. Had you thinking one way, another way. I don't play. So I'm just like, hold up, wait a minute. So what I was getting to with Corey is I'm getting into it with the guy. Then here comes Faith just, right behind me. And she's like, what's going on? And so I'm telling her, she's like, oh no. So now me and her are, talking to dude and trying to set things straight. Turns around, Corey was out. She was like, oh yeah, no. No, see, now you got my mom and her best friend. Yeah, no, I'm out. Corey was gone. Turned around. I was like, where you know? She was like, oh yeah, I wasn't fixing sitting around for that. Like, right? I didn't know what was gonna happen. I just know it wasn't gonna be good. So sometimes the bingo was so fun. It do. Yeah. I do. It did. And they ended up after talking to the guy and kind of, seeing where his head was at. And we were kind of like, oh, okay, now we get it. Why didn't you just lead with that? You could have just led with that instead of all this others, Right. But I will say the funniest thing that happened was to, kind of switch up the little mood real quick. I will say the funniest thing that happened was we were playing bingo, right? We were up doing the coverall, and anybody knows you playing bingo coverall is like one of the big jackpots. And that night they were giving like 4 or 5. And so on the first one, it was like, I think the coverall was like $1,000. And so first of all, Faith never really went to play bingo. She ain't never gone. So when we first sat down, she was like, how you play bingo again? So do you guys spell out BINGO? And me and my daughter was like, what? Did she just say you have to spell? No, that's not how we play. And then, Corey's like, so if they say B10, you got to look for B10, okay, it's got to be 5 in a row. Now, I might just spell bingo, but that don't always happen. Right. So we fast forward, we get into the last. So Faith's in it now. She knows what she's doing. We get to the end. And when I tell you, she was like, oh, they called the number, right? She was like, our whole table ain't won the whole night, right? None of us won. Everybody's winning around us and shit, right? So they called us one number. Next thing you know, Faith was like, bingo! God damn it! Bingo, motherfucker! That's right! Fucking bingo! She slammed her hands down shit, right? I'm dying, right? I'm like, we won? You notice how I said we, right? I was like, we won? And then Faith was like, that's right. So I ride her coattail, right? I'm like, that's right, our table won. Our table finally won a bingo. It was the best one, right? My daughter gonna look over and be like, now you didn't, that number right there? Yeah, they didn't call that number. Girl, out. I was like, Faith was like, what? What you mean? They didn't call B10? What would you? She looked up. Oh, they didn't call B10. Girl, I mean, when I say you could have heard a pin, I mean, Faith was at it too. Like, she just knew she won, girl. When I tell you, she was like, bam, hit her hands on the table. She was like, that's when she was cussing and everything. Oh, that had made my whole year. Oh my God, that was so funny, girl. I couldn't have brought in the year any other way. That shit was hilarious. Okay. You know, but it was so funny how my daughter just smoothly just looked over and was like, yeah, you didn't get bingo. Girl. I was like,
hey, she had fun though, right?
Yeah, she did. She had fun. She did. You know, she did. And then somebody else got bingo. But she was one away that whole night. So she's pretty much fucked B10 because that's what killed her, bingo the next. They called 4 more bingos after that and they never called her number ever. Like it was crazy. So yeah, so the number 10 probably isn't in her, her future. In anything, so
right.
But I know you said you had to work, so you worked and then you just did you just kick it with Gary or what'd you do?
I did.
I know we called you.
Yeah. We actually he came home with pizza and wings and then we had some wine and it was Happy New Year. We
nice though.
Our children.
That's always nice.
Right. My stepson, he texted me Happy New Year. My son, and then off to bed we went.
Now, did you bring in the New Year right? I mean, I'm just,
sleep.
Did you make fireworks of your own?
No, we made with our eyelids.
Fireworks just playing in the back of your eyelids. That's funny. Oh my God. Yeah, that was good. I tried to get my son to come out with us. He was like, no.